Hello, we're here today to talk about the Aventon Pace 503. It is their latest cruiser bike with all the features of their newest generation bikes. This includes a torque sensor, a lightweight cruiser design frame with upright seating position and swept back handlebars and no suspension, a 500 watt motor, and a 48 volt 12.8 amp hour battery. The Aventon Pace 503 retails for $17.99. You can get it directly from Aventon, or some other big retailers have it also. Let's first talk about a few things we liked about the Pace 503. It has a smooth, comfortable feeling ride. It kind of grooves around corners and just feels fun and relaxed to ride. It has a responsive torque sensor that gives it a very natural feeling ride with seamless motor activation. It has retro fun cruiser design with swept back handlebars. It's lighter weight than most e-bikes, which makes it easier to load onto a rack. It's available in both step through and step over designs with 2 frame sizes each. Let's talk about a few things we didn't like. The gearing really needs to be higher for riding at 28 miles per hour. The bike can do it, but you have to pedal like a monster to make it happen. It just doesn't easily go that fast. There's no extras included like racks or fenders. It's just basically a straight bike, no suspension, just kind of simple. The adjustable stem has a little bit of wobble and play no matter how tight you get it. Let's talk about some basic specs. The Pace 503 has a max speed of 28 miles per hour, it has a range of up to 60 miles. The bike weighs in at 52 pounds, has a max rider weight of 300 pounds. For motor, it's got a 500 watt rear hub motor, it has a 48 volt 12.8 amp hour battery, it has 8-speed Shimano Altus components, it has hydraulic disc brakes, and the wheels are 27.5 inch with 2.1 inch tires. So how does the Pace 503 ride? The Pace is a very upright, relaxed riding position. The swept back handlebars give it kind of a retro feel. The bike has no suspension at all. It is best to ride on smoother pavement without a lot of potholes or cracks. If you ride somewhere with a little less than perfect pavement, a suspension seat post would really be a great upgrade. The bike feels very good cornering. It just feels like it gets into a groove and feels very flowy. It doesn't feel twitchy at all once you get it moving. It feels very good riding at higher speeds over 20 miles per hour. At only 52 pounds, it is one of the lighter e-bikes out there. It doesn't feel like you've got a 65 to 75 pound beast underneath you. The 500 watt motor gives enough boost to make going 20 miles per hour easy and will make climbs feel easy, but it's not like an overpowered monster of an e-bike. Think light and relaxed, not heavy duty with the Pace 500. We did our standard road test with the Pace 500. Let's start with top speed. We measured the top speed by GPS on flat pavement to see how fast the bike would really go. With throttle only, we measured 20.3 miles per hour. With pedal assist, we measured 19.4 miles per hour. You can set the top speed up to 28 miles per hour in the app. The throttle top speed is fixed at 20 miles per hour and can't be increased beyond that in the app or any other way. We measured again the pedal assist and measured 27.2 miles per hour. The bike isn't really geared for going 28 miles per hour. You will be spinning the pedals way too fast to get much force into them, which means you don't get much motor assist. This has been a problem with all the Aventon torque sensor bikes we have tested so far. They'll go 28, but you have to kind of pedal like a madman to make it happen. Next, we tested the range of the bike to see how far it would go. Our standard range test is a loop that goes over some fairly steep hills. We ride the bike at 15 miles per hour as close as we can to 15. The test loop has some fairly steep hills, and we use a 250 pound rider to see how far the bike will go really in real world conditions. With pedal assist going 15 miles per hour, we found the range to be 35.3 miles. This was about 9 miles less than the Aventon Level 2 goes. The battery is also quite a bit smaller, which would explain why the difference is. Throttle only, our range was 26.4 miles, which was about 3 miles less than the Aventon Level 2 we tested. The bike is lighter than the Level 2, and it's got less drag with no fenders and racks, and the front suspension isn't there to slow it down also, which would explain why it's almost as much range as the Level 2, but not quite. Next, we tested hill climbing with the bike. Our hill climb hill is about a half a mile. It's got some 10% grades on it. It's fairly steep. The pavement's not that smooth. We kind of test every bike on it using throttle only and then with maximum pedal assist. With throttle only, our time was 2 minutes and 18 seconds. With max pedal assist, the time was 2 minutes and 0 seconds. This is about 18 seconds slower than our Aventon Level 2 and about 30 seconds slower than our mock wheel asphalt. The smaller battery has a bit more voltage sag, which would explain why it's a bit slower on hills than other similar bikes with 500 watt motors. Let's talk about some of the controls. This bike has the standard Aventon 5-button controller that they use on all their bikes. This has the turn signal function on the left and right arrows. I really don't see the point to the turn signal on these bikes. I'd rather not have it if I could. I like the 5-button controller without the turn signals where you get more dedicated buttons, things like a button just for the lights. There's an available phone app that you can use to adjust the settings such as the top speed for pedal assist. It can also record rides. I tend to use it one time to adjust the top speed up and then never log in again. The bike uses Shimano Altus 8-speed components with a shifter with gear indicator on the right handlebar, and there's a thumb throttle on the left handlebar. The bike has Tektro hydraulic disc brakes. They give good stopping power, but they will squeal a bit. They have good feel. They just are not the most quiet brakes out there. Let's talk about the assembly. The Pace 503 comes almost completely assembled. There really isn't that much to do. It took me less than an hour to put it together. The only thing you really have to do is kind of mount the front wheel and handlebars and then put the pedals on. There's no fenders and racks to assemble, so a lot of the work is done for you. You'll spend more time taking the packaging off than you will actually putting the bike together. Who is the Pace 503 for? The Pace is a good bike for someone who wants a lightweight e-bike with a relaxed feel for cruising around. You don't care that much about going really fast, you ride on pavement or smooth surfaces, and you don't care that much about having really long range. If you fit this, then we recommend taking a closer look at the Aventon Pace 503. Who is the Pace 503 not for? It's not for someone who wants to easily go 28 miles per hour with little to no pedaling effort, someone who wants to go on really long rides or needs the ability of a commuter bike with racks and fenders. If this is you, then you should take a look at a different e-bike. Thanks for watching. Please hit the like and subscribe before you go if you haven't yet.